So then one listener wrote in who is suspicious of me. The last few weeks, whenever Steve Martin is mentioned, Howard has to mention how wonderful and brilliant Steve Martin is. What's going on?
What do they think is beneath that?
He says, are they making a project together? Let me ease your suspicion. I don't hate everyone in show business. There are many people who I find entertaining and fun to watch. Steve Martin, one of them.
And are true fans of.
Yeah, I'm a true fan of Steve Martin. I always liked him when he did his comedy albums, when he started out in his career. I liked him on Saturday Night Live. He was always funny as one of those Gorgie brothers or whatever they were called.
Right. And he liked a lot of his movies.
I liked a lot of his films. So I always compliment him because I'm not going to be fake and just say I hate him.
So there's no truth that Steve Martin will be doing your voice in Howard Stern the high school years.
That's right. I like Steve Martin. I think he's a true comedic genius because people do throw that word around too much, about genius.
Yeah, well, Christina Applegate is one if you listen to Gwyneth Paltrow.
Yeah. Gwyneth Paltrow yesterday on the news was saying that, you know, Christina Applegate is a genius of comedy. And it's just not true.
Yeah, that's just not true.
I mean, how dare she?
If you were saying that, they'd have reason to be suspicious.
I happen to be in the genius category. And I'll tell you my observation about me.
Oh, you've observed yourself?
Yes. I'm a genius because I changed the face of radio and the way people broadcast. I came up with something original and new and fresh that others now all have gone in my path and learned from me.
It's kind of self-serving. Doesn't sound really good when you call yourself a genius.
It doesn't sound good. You're right. But I need to do this. I need to point out my genius. I'm willing to point out that Steve Martin possesses genius-like quality when it comes to comedy. Now, people say, well, what about...
are you backing off his genius? That he's not a full-fledged genius? He's got some qualities of it.
Only a genius in comedy. I'm more of an all-around genius, having scored almost 1,000 on my SATs.
Wow.
Thank you.
1,000.
That's right. Now, there are other people who are geniuses, but like people say to me, you know, like is Ben Stiller a genius?
Wait a minute.
Who says that to you?
Let's really get this in perspective. Is it really genius to be funny?
Yes.
Or is it genius to be able to split the atom?
I think they both come from the same place.
Oh!
I think someone who can sit down and be brilliant with observation and perception that goes beyond...
So Seinfeld is a genius.
Larry David is a genius. Not Seinfeld.
Well, he did write his own comedy.
No, he wrote his own stand-up, and it's very good, but it is not of genius quality.
Not genius.
It is not of genius quality. I'm the Einstein of broadcasting. And everyone knows it.
But you didn't invent the radio. Now, see, being able to see a radio from nothing, that's genius.
No, not really. Putting something on the radio that people would want to listen to is genius.
That's easy.
No, that's not easy.
At first it was, because there was nothing else.
No.
Thinking to play records on it was genius.
Seinfeld is very good, but he's no Christina Applegate.
Right.
I'm the Albert Einstein of radio, of broadcasting.
So Eddie Murphy's a genius?
Eddie Murphy is a comedic genius, yes.
A comedic genius.
Or comedic.
Cosmetic genius.
He's a comedic genius, yes.
Comedic is a funny doctor.
He is a comedic genius, yes. Eddie Murphy is in that category.
All right. Bill Cosby.
No, not even close. Not even close. He is very, very ordinary.
Okay. Mort Saul.
Genius level, but not quite genius, because Lenny Bruce was the genius there.
All right. How about Richard Pryor?
Genius.
Dick Gregory.
Bright. Not a genius.
Robin, I see a pattern in all these names you're throwing out.
No, I'll tell you. I'll tell you who's who. If you want to know.
George Carlin.
Bright.
Bright?
No.
Not a genius.
I'd put him in the genius category.
Put him wherever you want, Artie, but nobody cares where you put anybody.
Well,
You're not a genius yourself. I am.
Exactly.
So only a genius can tell you who is the genius. The reason I had to reveal myself as a genius
is because he's the one who can tell you who belongs in the group.
You're a nice guy. You're funny.
Not even Bright, huh?
He's funny.
He's funny, not Bright.
I wouldn't.
Artie is every man.
All right. Adam
and Artie
Sandler.
is funny.
Adam Sandler.
No. He's got his fans and he's got people he makes laugh, but he's not a genius.
You see, I think Adam Sandler's a genius, so maybe that's why I'm the everyman.
No, Adam Sandler's not a genius.
He is not a genius.
You just call him Adam Sandman. Adam Sandman is not a genius.
I think he's very funny.
Jim Carrey.
Jim Carrey is not a genius.
I'm going to give you a new category.
I'm sorry.
Jim Carrey's brilliant.
No, he's bright. And he's funny.
I think he's hilarious.
Just like you're funny. But he's not a genius.
He's not a genius.
No, he's not.
All right.
This is interesting.
You're learning something.
Peter Sellers.
Peter Sellers is not a genius. He is very funny.
You're kidding.
To be a genius, you have to be fully realized in an area. At 5 years old, I knew how I was going. At 5 years old, I knew how I was going to reinvent radio.
I wish I was a genius so I could disagree with you about Peter Sellers.
I know. How can you disagree with me?
It's frustrating.
To be on my level is different.
It's frustrating not to be able to disagree with you.
Exactly.
Oh, my goodness.
Fred Norris is funny.
Fred Norris is not a genius.
No, I don't know about that. Fred does some genius things.
Well,
look,
he's not fully realized.
He's not fully realized yet. Not a genius. Good guy, though.
Goodness.
Very good.
Good father, from what I hear.
Good egg.
All right, Robin Williams.
No. Not a genius.
Woody Allen.
No. Not a genius. No.
Billy Crystal.
No. Not a genius.
Dave Chappelle.
No. Not a genius.
Chris Rock.
Let me think for a second. Let me get into my...
Flashes. Well, thinking about it is a nice compliment.
What are you saying, Fred? You're only funny.
Chris Rock. Chris Rock is not a genius.
Oh.
Not yet.
Kinnison.
He could be, but he's not.
I'm not sure about it.
Kinnison, you're right. Bring that
Kinnison was a genius.
Kinnison was a genius.
Yes. A genius.
Bill Hicks?
Not a genius. May he rest in peace. Funny guy. This doesn't mean these people aren't funny.
Letterman.
No. He's a very nice man, though.
Snappy dress.
Leno.
No.
Now, you said he was very funny.
He's not fully realized.
Not fully realized.
Right. Not a genius.
Not a genius. All right.
John Ritter?
Ivan Reitman.
Ivan Reitman? Not a genius.
Oh, you're kidding.
Brilliant guy, but not a genius.
Brilliant? How can he be brilliant and miss genius?
Brilliant.
How about...
How can he be brilliant and miss being a genius?
Don't be insulted by this. This is a very high level.
I don't understand that.
He's brilliant.
How about
he goes into the editing room, he can see things that other people can't see.
Yes.
But to be a genius is a whole different thing.
Harold Ramis.
No.
I got one. Bill Bellamy.
All right, I got one. What's that guy's name? Bill Murray.
Bill Murray is a genius.
There you go.
Is a genius.
That's right.
I got one.
Not too many geniuses. Oh, John Belushi.
No. Dan Aykroyd is closer to a genius, believe it or not, than Belushi. But not a genius.
On Saturday Night Live, he was genius.
Yeah. Not everything they do is great, these geniuses. Even I have slipped up here and there with a bit.
But I can tell you, Dan Aykroyd, if he was a genius, something hit him in the head and he lost.
You know who's a genius?
Who?
My ex-wife's lawyer.
He's also a funny guy, too. I've hung out with him.
What is it?
Tom Green.
No. Come on.
Please.
Stop it.
Okay. Chris Farley.
No.
Class idiot.
No.
Brian Dunkelman.
No, come on. Now you're trying to be funny.
Give me a break. I'm trying to think. Who could be another genius?
Mel Karmazin.
Well, yeah, but that's not...
In a different field.
It's not comedic.
I've seen genius.
He's getting on to, he can almost see the radio and make it genius.
He was genius enough to know I was a genius. Very few people didn't understand my genius.
Hey, well, then I'm a genius.
You are a genius.
I could see that long before anybody else could. I saw it before Mel.
Mozart, Mel, and me.
Mozart. Oh, my goodness.
3 geniuses. You know who isn't a genius?
Who?
Tom. Very slow.
Well, nobody's going to argue with you there.
He's retarded.
Oh, my goodness.
Let's try to figure out retard.
But there is a level.
Well, I'm just trying to get a picture. So it's Chris Rock is not, even though he's been brilliant.
Chris Rock, that's a tough one. He's pretty brilliant. I don't know. I don't know.
School's out on him, though. No. The school has not turned in his grade yet.
He's a very brilliant guy. He might be a genius. I'm not sure on him. If he does the show again, maybe.
I think, well, he's a weird guy, because if all he ever did was that 96 HBO special, Bring the Pain, if that was all he ever did, I'd say he's a genius. He doesn't,
you know what, a lot of stuff he does bad, it throws you off.
See, he makes really bad movies.
Yeah, he's not a
really
genius at that.
Yeah.
But he's so brilliant as a stand-up. He might be a genius, but he throws you off when he tries to read stuff.
He's one of, like, the top 10 stand-ups ever, I think.
That's right.
Chris Rock.
That's right.
He's amazing at it.
How about Gilbert Gottfried?
That's a tough one, too. No, he's not a genius.
He's not a genius.
No, he's not a genius.
I wouldn't even let you put him in there.
Oh, come on.
Well, his stand-up is...
Stand-up is great.
He's got some brilliant ideas, but he's not a genius.
He's not a genius.
No.
But like John Lennon, you would say, was...
He's very annoying, I'll tell you that.
I don't want to get into music. We're talking funny men.
John Lennon's a genius.
Yeah.
But I don't want to talk music.
All right, how about Albert Brooks?
No.
No.
Ooh. Sorry.
I can't believe Woody Allen, no.
No. Very bright.
Is Spielberg a genius? I know he's not comedy, but is it?
Yes.
Yeah, I would say that.
Well, who cares what you say?
Spielberg is a genius.
Get over yourself.
Are we done with this? Everyone have their answers now?
Let me think.
Mel Brooks. Mel Brooks.
Mel Brooks, yeah. Gotta say.
No.
Come on.
No, not a
Blazing
genius.
Saddles?
The word genius is thrown around way too often.
Oh, my goodness.
Spaceballs.
Spaceballs was great.
No genius there.
See, the first Blazing Saddles, he didn't write that all by himself.
That's correct, Fred.
Well, sometimes genius is knowing who to work with.
Jackie Gleason.
No.
Come on.
Jackie Gleason? Did you say Jackie Gleason?
Yeah.
He said Jackie Gleason.
No.
Art Carney? No.
No. Brilliant guy.
How about Barney Fife? No.
Yes. Yes.
Really, Don Knotts?
Don Knotts is a genius.
He was great.
No, of course not. He's not a genius. He's a funny guy, though, Don Knotts.
What about...
Did you comment about David Letterman?
I said he's not a genius.
Carl Reiner?
Carl Reiner?
Carl Reiner.
No.
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 You're not a Monty Python guy, right?
No.
No, definitely.
No, they're terrible.
See, I love them.
They're not even anything. They don't even exist.
They don't exist. So you're saying to me, I don't realize this, but they don't even exist.
Right. You think they're there. They're not.
I think there's a Monty Python.
Right.
A genius can tell that they're not.
All right, what about that Ollie G guy?
No. Stop.
Come on, he's funny.
Not even sure he belongs on TV.
Leave the room, honey.
How about John Belushi?
No.
I just asked about him.
No.
Carol Burnett.
Dan Aykroyd is more of a genius than Belushi. Who?
Carol Burnett?
No.
How about Lucille Ball?
No.
Joe Piscopo.
No.
Jeff Probst?
No. No.
Hey, Howard.
Yes.
Who's the best person you ever heard on radio other than yourself?
But it doesn't even exist in my universe.
Yeah, I was going to say, is anyone else in the field of radio even approach it to you?
Absolutely not. I invented a new style.
Is there anyone you've ever been a fan of?
The guy who invented Top 40 radio was a genius.
Right, okay, well, there you go.
Adam Carolla?
Whoever that is.
He figured out not to play all that crap and just play the same junk over and over again, and people would respond to it.
Yeah, Adam Carolla.
No.
Eddie
Jimmy
Griffin?
Kimmel?
No. I think Jimmy's proven that.
Conan O'Brien.
Conan O'Brien.
Don't even start with Conan.
Come on.
Eddie
Stop.
Griffin?
What about the
No.
guy who created The Simpsons, let's say?
No.
No.
Sam Simon.
No.
Genius.
Genius.
Oh, Drew Carey.
No. A genius?
Hey, he's got the most popular
He's got a sitcom.
Tim Allen, no genius?
No.
Wow.
No.
Ray Romano?
No. See, the word genius is... Everyone's a genius nowadays. There's very few real geniuses in the field of show business. People of vision. People who understand that the norm is wrong.
An original.
That there's an original.
Right, I got to ask, outside of comedy, is Oprah a genius?
No. Absolutely not. She's a likable person.
That's
a bunch
not
of yentas
genius?
watch.
Nobody else is
No.
doing that.
No.
How about Lorne Michaels?
Lorne Michaels? No. Of course not. No. Michelangelo, maybe.
What about the Rowan and Martin?
No. 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 George Schlotter's more of a genius than Rowan and Martin.
Ben, I was going to ask about him. What about him?
That's it. Listen, I'm not like these people go, oh, this one's a genius, that one's a genius.
What about that woman who started the... Mitzi Shore? Whatever her name is?
No.
Did you say Robin Williams?
I said him. He's
not a genius.
Really?
No. No.
That's crazy.
What about Bob Uecker?
No.
All right, is Jack Nicholson a genius?
Yes. I'll tell you who in acting is a genius.
Robert De Niro a genius?
Yes.
Pacino?
Yes.
Al Pacino?
Yes.
He's playing the same guy over and over.
Doesn't matter. He's good at it.
Tom Hanks.
Tom Hanks has to be genius.
Is not a genius. He is not a genius.
Wait.
Philadelphia, Forrest Gump.
Good actor, but not a genius.
Jimmy Stewart.
Outcast.
No.
Or Castaway, whatever that stupid movie's called.
No, not a genius.
Jimmy Stewart.
No.
Meryl Streep.
No.
Jessica Lange.
No.
Jessica Lange.
Katharine Hepburn.
No.
No. She was Julia Roberts.
Is there any female comedian you'd call a genius?
No.
No.
Lily Tomlin?
No. Lily Tomlin was not funny.
Did you say Pryor was a genius?
Yes.
Yes, he did.
Any of the
my list means something because not everybody gets it.
Hackman.
Yes.
Marlon Brando.
No.
Whoa.
Oh, come on.
What's that guy's name? Spencer Tracy.
No.
Lawrence
Humphrey
Olivier.
Bogart.
No.
Lawrence Olivier.
No.
Laurence Olivier, no.
No.
Get out of here.
Jerry
No.
Lewis.
Jerry Lewis, for
No.
Orson Welles.
No. He called himself a genius, but he himself was not a genius.
Which we should be suspicious of.
Right. Never listen to a guy who calls himself a genius except me, because no one else will call me a genius.
Charlie Chaplin.
Oh.
No. No. In fact, he never said anything.
He was a dummy.
He's a big dummy. Very quiet man. All right, enough of this. Nicole, what is it?
Huh? I'm sorry?
What can we do for you?
Oh, hi. Good morning. I wanted to ask Howard if he thinks a couple of people I think are geniuses are.
All right.
Go ahead.
Oh, hi, Howard. Good morning. Hi, it's Nicole. Do you think Madonna's a genius?
No.
Okay, how about Rodney Dangerfield?
Oh, I forgot Rodney.
No.
Oh, come on.
He's a brilliant comedian. Brilliant comedian, but...
Teller.
No.
Oh, boy. Nathan Lane?
No.
Cher.
No. No. Lounge singer.
All right. All right. Hi, Pachera.
She's not in the league with me and Mel and...
Lounge Lizard.
Huh?
No.
Okay. How about Hi, Pachera?
Oh, come on. Don't be silly. Don't waste my time.
What about Robert Blake?
Come on.
Robert Duvall.
Bobby Duvall?
Yeah.
Yes.
Jimmy Caan.
No.
No. I don't even know about Robert Duvall.
Yes.
That's
Robert Duvall is a genius.
Why would you say that?
Good actor.
Because I know when I see one.
Good actor does not make you genius.
No, he's a genius. Fully realized.
Fully
Just watch
realized.
the great Santini and you'll see his genius.
One role.
Tender mercies.
Sometimes that's all it takes.
George C. Scott.
How about...
Very close, but no. All right, that's enough.
You're so crazy.
Can one genius disagree with another? Because I think Steve Martin, who you recognize as a genius, thinks like Jerry Lewis is a genius.
I don't care what he thinks.
He's not.
And he's not so smart.
He's not.
Joseph, you're on the air.
Yeah, I just got two more names for you. How about Christopher Walken?
No.
Debbie Schmussel.
No.
Okay, that's it.
All right, thank you. All right, it's enough of my discussion about who is a genius. I know a lot of people have been hurt. A lot of people try to get on the list.
I can't believe Tom Hanks is not on the list.
Denzel Washington, no. No. Good actor, good director, but no, not a genius.
From what I remember, all you said yes to was you and Richard Pryor.
No.
And Steve Martin.
Oh, and Steve Martin.
Eddie Murphy.
Oh, Eddie Murphy, yeah. Comedically.
Oh, Kevin Spacey.
No. You like this?
You know what? This is our list. Who's a genius?
I'm telling you the truth.
Martin Scorsese.
No.
Francis Ford Coppola.
George Lucas.
Francis Ford Coppola. Let me go one at a time. Francis Ford Coppola is a genius.
George Lucas.
No.
Get out.
No.
How about this?
Come on, just for the first Star Wars alone.
No.
How about Albert Einstein?
You know what? Yes. I'll give him that. In the field of science, yes.
Yeah. Never made anybody laugh.
And never got laid a lot.
Damn it.
Red Fox.
Red Fox is not a genius. Very funny guy.
Mom's Mabley.
No. Funny gal. She's the closest anyone's ever come in terms of a woman.
To being genius.
To being genius.
Clint Eastwood.
A genius? No.
He's Dirty Harry.
Right.
Ernie Kovacs.
Yes.
You'd say Ernie Kovacs?
Yes.
Because he's an innovator.
Interesting.
He's an innovator. I don't even think Ernie Kovacs was that funny, but he's an innovator.
He's an innovator. How about Lenny Bruce, then?
I said he was a genius.
Yes, and he said he came before Mort Saul. That's why Mort is not a genius.
Mort was a genius at ripping off Lenny. Not even ripping him off. Mort Saul's real good.
So is there a female actress that you consider a genius?
Let me think. You'd have to mention one.
Yes, Tracy Ullman.
No.
like Greta Garbo or...
Mary McCormick.
There you go.
No.
Betty Davis.
No.
If you're going to call Al Pacino a genius, then Betty Davis is a genius.
I know. How do you know?
Jesus.
Vinnie Favale, go ahead.
Yeah, what about Sinatra?
No.
Frank Sinatra. No, Elvis?
No.
Oh, he hates Elvis.
No.
Really?
Not a genius. Sinatra was not a genius.
You're losing credibility by
How about...
I'm losing credibility. Wait, everyone in show business calls everyone a genius. I'm telling you who the real geniuses are. You want music? The Beatles were geniuses.
Not all of them.
The Stones?
John Lennon. And Paul McCartney.
The Stones?
Paul McCartney and
Stones, yes.
The Who?
I'm talking
Ringo
about
Malone,
Keith Richards and Mick Jagger.
The Who?
No.
Bob Dylan?
Bob Dylan, no.
Bob Dylan?
No.
Clapton?
No. No.
Wow.
Neil Young, though.
Neil Young is a genius.
Leslie West?
No. Brilliant guitarist.
That other guy that he worships was a genius, I guess.
Sting?
Ozzy Osbourne.
Sting is not a genius.
Ozzy Osbourne?
What about Ozzy?
No.
James Taylor?
No.
Led Zeppelin?
No.
You're kind of telling me Jimmy Page is not a genius?
No. Good guitar player.
Get out of here.
He's not a genius.
Paul Simon?
Paul Simon's a genius.
And Led Zeppelin isn't?
No. No.
You're nuts.
Frustrating.
How about the dudes from
I'm a genius.
Metallica?
Metallica? They're geniuses. They're geniuses. Those are musical geniuses. There you go. How could you argue with that?
So funny.
Of course.
Well, are you giving them credit for...
Eddie Van Halen? The old Van Halen?
Eddie Van Halen
The
is
original
a genius.
Van Halen.
The original Eddie Van Halen. The one that's alive now is not a genius. He lost it. So he lost it in a bottle.
What about
Vinny, is David Letterman a genius?
No.
Absolutely.
All right. I got to go. We got to take a break. It was fascinating.
Not too many geniuses in the acting category.
Yeah, not one female actress.
No, isn't that sad?
Not one female actress.
I mean, I'm sorry. One actress.
It's sad. The one has not risen to the top yet.
But some you give me Katharine Hepburn.
No.
Katharine Hepburn was just...
But Betty Davis.
Betty Davis.
Joan Crawford, Betty Davis, those were great.
Yeah.
Who are you going to tell me?
Nobody
Halle Berry?
can touch them. Oh, please.
Who are you going to tell me? Nicole Kidman? Please.
Meryl Streep is
How
a genius.
about Glenn Close? Now, there's genius.
No, Meryl Streep is better than Glenn Close.
I know Meryl Streep is better than Glenn Close, but Glenn Close, who's a dog, actually made herself attractive. She's such a good actress.
She's a good magician.
Why don't you think Meryl Streep? That's because...
No, but she's a brilliant actress, but she's not a genius.
Sophie's Choice? Give me a break.
I've never seen it.
Oh, you're crazy.
Give me a break. Nell Carter.
All right, what?
You didn't see Sophie's Choice?
No, I won't watch it.
One of the most incredible performances ever put on film.
Not a genius.
What you got to choose in that movie?
One of her...
All right, we got to take a break. I'm sorry that a lot of people have been hurt by this.
Oh, God, I could...
But the word genius is thrown around Hollywood a little too much.
And so this should stop now.
Yeah, this should just cut it out. Yesterday, I blew my stack on the air when I heard that Christina Applegate is a genius of comedy. I mean, I went berserk when Gwyneth Paltrow said that on the air. I couldn't believe my ears.
Did you comment on Andy Kaufman?
Oh, you didn't?
I did not. No one asked me about Andy Kaufman.
Is Andy a genius?
Yes.
Chris Farley?
No.
You said no to him already.
Andy Kaufman was every bit the genius. And Jim Carrey did not honor him in that movie.
You don't think so?
No.
I don't think the movie was great. I thought he was great, though.
No.
How about Ron Howard as a director?
No.
Opie's great.
Carson?
As Opie, he was a genius.
Johnny Carson.
Carson Daly?
No, Johnny Carson.
No.
Springsteen?
No.
I was surprised that you didn't think Dylan was a genius.
No.
If you thought Paul Simon was.
I'm not even sure Dylan's a singer.
Oliver Stone as director.
How about Jimi Hendrix?
Yeah. Genius, genius, genius.
How
Three
about
times the genius I am.
How about Frank Zappa?
No. He was a loudmouth.
Oh, come on. You don't think he was a great musician?
No.
Any of those early rock?
He was good, but he just was not a genius.
Stevie Wonder?
Yeah, how about Chuck Berry or...
No.
Buddy Holly or Chuck
Buddy
Berry?
Holly.
No.
Stevie Wonder?
We said
No.
Stevie Wonder?
Stevie Wonder's not a genius.
Stevie Wonder is a genius.
Oh, yeah, I thought you just said no.
No. Someone else said no.
Oh.
They didn't ask me. I'm a genius. I would know.
I thought that was your voice.
Stevie Wonder is a genius.
Ray Charles.
No.
Not a
Michael
genius.
Jackson?
No.
Little Richard.
No.
Scott Einzinger.
You know what? He is a genius. I'll tell you why. He figured out to sit and watch me and take my show. That's brilliant. And disguise himself as a friend. Sheep in wolf's clothing.
Dear.
Yeah, okay. He got one over me. And if I'm a genius, he must be brilliant.
He must be a super genius.
Willie Nelson?
He innovated an idea. I'll tell you that. Take my stuff.
Well, no, a lot of people had done that already.
How about, like, Mickey Mantle?
Are there geniuses in sports?
Right.
Michael Jordan.
Here, I'll give you a name of a guy who is a genius.
All right.
And you could debate this all day. James Brown.
Yeah, you're right
I'll
about
give you that one.
Musical genius.
You are right
Willie
about
Nelson?
that.
No.
For country?
No.
How about Rocky? Sylvester Stallone.
No.
The man wrote a brilliant script and carried around under his arm for
That's
10
right.
years.
And let me tell you something. Once sometimes is enough. But he is not a genius.
Eminem?
He had a moment.
No. No. No.
How about Prince?
Genius.
Oh.
He was.
He still is.
How can you lose genius?
He is a genius.
How about Jimi Hendrix?
He just said
I said that.
Genius,
You did?
Genius,
I said
genius.
genius cubed.
Yeah.
Wow.
Aerosmith?
No. But, brilliant. Great band.
Pete Townsend?
No.
Hey, we already
He
No.
said the Who.
AC/DC.
No.
How could he be a genius? He can't even figure out how to hide his porno on his internet.
Proof positive.
AC/DC?
No.
Lonnie Hanover?
Yes.
Get out of here. Let's not demean. We're trying to straighten out the genius category.
But what about sports? Is Mark McGuire a genius?
No.
No.
How can you be a genius?
Michael Jordan?
There was no genius in sports.
That's crazy.
I'll tell you who is a genius.
That's athletic
in sports.
ability, isn't it?
It's different.
Roger.
There are guys who are great athletes, but they're not geniuses.
There's one guy that was a genius.
But somebody who's got a great mind, like an athlete would have a great body that he can make do. There are people who are tall and have all the physical attributes and can't do
They're unathletic.
what Michael Jordan does.
They're unathletic.
That's bull crap. He learned that skill.
No ballet dancer is a genius. No,
Get out.
no dancer.
Baryshnikov is not
No.
a genius.
No.
Please.
Get out of here.
Baryshnikov is an underachiever.
Create
Bill
those
Clinton.
dances.
Bill Clinton?
Is not a
No.
genius. Got caught.
If he didn't get caught, he'd be a genius.
Here's a good one. Presidents who you think were actually genius.
I told you who was a genius. There was only one president in the history of our country who was a genius.
And I remember what he said.
And you want me to remind you who it was?
I can tell. Let me tell.
I think I remember, too.
Who wants to tell?
I'll tell.
Go ahead, Robin.
George Washington.
That is correct.
JFK, you didn't think was...
No. Flawed. George Washington was a true genius, the father of our country. He was a man, they wanted to make him king. They weren't going to start in all over again, these dopes. After they fought for their freedom, this country, they said to George Washington, we want you to be our king. And he said, no, you don't understand what I see. We can never have a king. He was willing to give up his own power. Where do you see in the history of the world where someone was willing to give up their own power? No one. That's why you run into the Saddam Hussein. He's not willing to step down willingly and let his people be free and have free elections. George Washington could have been the king of America, and he was willing to sacrifice because he was a man of vision.
Do you understand what it would mean to be the king?
I couldn't do that, and I'm a genius.
Do you understand what that is? Somebody would turn that down?
There is no other president ever who has been greater than George Washington or a genius.
What about Lincoln?
No. No.
Yeah, Lincoln was
not a genius.
A speech on a paper bag.
No, wait a second. The guy went against unpopular opinion.
Yeah, I think
he was brave.
He saw that this country needed to free itself of slavery in order to progress and grow.
Not really.
Yes.
What about the dude with the hat? You know, the top hat?
That's Lincoln.
That's Lincoln.
So we know who's not a genius.
Get out of here. No, he's the guy that would
stovepipe hat.
Yeah, he used to serenade meat.
No. He's the guy that he could kill at the movies.
Yeah. That's Lincoln.
The movies, yeah.
The movies.
We're just talking about him, you dummy.
The movies.
Oh, the movies he was at.
Yes, Benji.
At what point in your career did you become a genius?
I was a genius at 5 years old.
He told you at 5.
That's the earliest I remember being
Marionette
brilliant.
shows were genius. I've seen some of them.
I would entertain children with pornographic puppet shows at a young age, even before I understood sex.
Hefner, genius?
No.
Neil Simon.
Hefner is not a genius.
No. He might be.
Neil Simon.
No.
Surge from System of a Down.
Oh, get it.
No.
Hefner is not a genius.
How about writers? Like Hemingway, you a fan of any of them?
Lori Levine, you're on the air.